I had the privilege of covering Deion Sanders when he was a Dallas Cowboy. As I always say, he's one man I do not bet against no matter what he's doing in life. Saturday at TCU, Deion took a program that went 1-11 last year and beat last year's national runner-up 45-42 in one of the great college football games you will ever see. Deion himself joins his man Michael Irvin and I right now. Welcome, sir.
Ty, we're so happy to have you.
Thank you for having me, man. Thank you. You have no idea. First of all, I love your new team, Skip. You know that.
Thank you.
And
So do I.
Just stepped here, Key, Richard.
No.
I mean, these are all my guys. You got my dream team up there, man.
Dream team. Fire away, Michael.
Hey, Tom, I love that, Tom, because you do, Tom. And I don't know if people understand that, the kind of relationship you have with everybody and everybody on this set, of course. But Tom, what was it like for you, man, going home? Because that's home. Your boys, with your boys on that football team, they were born in that state to play in that first game. What was that like, man? Take me through the emotions of it all.
You know, I try to suppress it because you got to understand, I went way back to, I played youth football against Zimmy and some of my other guys from the Fort Worth teams. Played youth baseball against those teams in Fort Worth and in high school football, and now it's full circle. And a couple of my coaches, Coach Mathis, Coach Hart, they was right with me all the way along the way. And Coach Ray came on a little later, Coach Calhoun, and just seeing that thing come full circle. And I was like, this ain't that. Come on now, this ain't about you, baby. This is about these kids. You get out the way. You don't play no more. But it was so wonderful, Mike. And I didn't really feel it until we really got on the field. And I saw everybody in full uniform and the recruits around the perimeter, and it was time to play ball.
So, Deion, is it possible that was the most satisfying win you've ever been a part of?
No. Playmaker got me a Super Bowl ring. Playmaker got me a Super Bowl ring, and Jerry got me another one. So, now those are satisfying wins, but as a coach, as the front guy, as a leader, that was truly remarkable. It was hard to put anything up against that because the emotions that I felt when that last second ticked off the clock, and then to share it with three of my sons on the same darn field. My sister is over there as well. So it was phenomenal. It was a phenomenal moment, man, that I would never forget.
Coach, that's interesting. When Skip asked you that question, you made that comparison to Super Bowls and championships. Now, that was a regular season game. Are you saying to your players, this is great, but we got championships in us?
Right. I say it all the time, and it's levels to this thing, and we just stacking days and stacking levels and trying to be 2% better on every day and every play. We're trying to win the down. We're trying to win the series. We're trying to win a quarter. We're trying to win the half. Then we're going to do it all over again twice. Now that's the game. So it's always a goal that we're after and that we're chasing. Now, one of the things that I'm most proud of in the game, I think we only had 6 penalties.
That's it.
Yep. That was phenomenal. I mean, just think about it, a collection of men that not just come together. We've been together for several months, but the discipline is something we preach and something we teach consistently. But to have 6 penalties on a stage like that, see, I love my youngsters for that. But those 6 guys they're going to run tomorrow for those 6, don't believe that.
But what you worried about that time, bringing up is a good point, because the route in which you took to get to the level in which you are at right now, a lot of people will question, okay, how disciplined is this football team when it gets on the bigger stage? How well is Deion going to be at crucial points, making crucial moments, crucial decisions with time management? Did you think about all of that going into the game, or how did that play a role?
No. Man, I've been doing this stuff for so long. Mike, I've been on the field with these kids when they were 4. Why do you think we got Dylan Edwards? Come on, man. Dylan played for me when he was 4 to 6 years old with truth. So I've been doing this for a long time. They just didn't know I was Coach Prime for over the last 20 years. But you knew. So, no, we know what we have. We know what we teach. We know what we preach. And we don't cut deals. And one thing about it, we're going to stick to who we are. The standard is the standard, and we would not move the scale of the standard.
So, Deion, when you walked out of the locker room for kickoff, did you think you could win or know you would win?
Skip, before we left Boulder, we knew we were going to win.
Wow.
There wasn't no thinking. Like
That's what Mike said.
That's my natural odor. Like we prepare for this stuff. This is not just a figment of my imagination. This is something that we prepare for and we think about and we work towards. Situational football that we practice with. Nobody said nothing about the conditioning. We were conditioned. We were well. We were drinking nothing. Yeah, water and Gatorade over the last 2 weeks. Like we were prepared for this. We stopped, and I changed practice several days. We stopped in the middle of the practice and ran 7 gassers. Then we continued practice because I wanted to know who was going to fatigue, who was going to cry, you know, who was going to weep, who was going to say, poor little old me. We prepared for this thing, and we're continuing to prepare. That's the way we think, Skip. I'm sorry. That's the way we think.
Wow.
But people underestimate how prepared you are for everything you do. Everything. When I was there, you kept telling those kids, let's go, let's hydrate now. It's going to be hot. TCU looked more worn down than you guys look, man. It's just an incredible thing to go into that game and do. I do what you guys did. Out of all the things you've accomplished, out of all the things that team accomplished Saturday, tell me the one surprising thing or the most surprising thing you saw.
How resilient we were. It was like, we go down, score, then they score. We're like, oh, we're cool. Cool. We're going to score. We're going to score. We ain't worry about that. And nobody flinched. Nobody was, I mean, the receivers, of course, we got some Keyshawn and some playmakers. Now, they want that ball. Believe we heard that now a little bit on the side. My Florida boys want that ball. You know? So we heard that a little bit, but nobody tripped, man. We knew we were going to go right down and get it done, and that's the attitude. And Jay Staley hitting a darn, what it was, a 47-yard or something like that?
49,
yeah. Right before halftime. Like, we didn't finish. We practiced this stuff. Like, everything you saw, it was just, we've done a dress rehearsal. We just didn't do it in front of company. And we couldn't wait for the company to get a chance to see it. We loved it. Like, we love what we do and we do what we love. Like, we love this game. And I got a bunch of like-minded young men who loves the game, who loves it, passionate about the game of football. We playmaking Key and Richard, that's why those guys are sitting up there with you. They're passionate about everything they do, especially in the game. That's why we click. That's why we love each other and get along, because I look for passion. Not just ballers, not for 4 or 5 stars. I look for passion and love in these young men.
So, Deion, former players always tell me how nerve-wracking it gets watching their kids play the sport they played, because it was much easier to play it themselves. How do you get through a game watching your son play quarterback? How does it affect your psyche?
Well, it affects me more watching Shiloh play defense because, you know, I'm thinking, like, come on, man. Come on, baby. So I'm like, hey, make a play. Make a darn play. Well, it's like, I got it. You know, so Shedeur is rock. He's right there. He's just going to rock steady the whole time. Shiloh's that emotional. He has those emotions like, you know, like Richard and all that. That's who he's up, down. He's ready to bang. And, you know, he missed a couple open field tackles. But he said, I'm all right. I got it. I know what I did. I got it.
Yeah, he still led your team in tackles.
There's still a lot of tackles right there. Tom, we talked about it here, Tom. That dude, Travis Hunter, is just a beast, man. I mean, when I was in the office with you, he came in, we were all in there talking. You told him, get ready to put your tongue on the floor. I'm finna work you to death. 144 plays, and the kid still looked like he was ready to play. Talk about this kid, man, and what makes him so special.
Yeah, playmaker, Key, Richard, this guy's different. This guy is one of y'all, man. This guy, Skip, he's like you are in the business, man. He's a dog. Like, he's cut different. Like, that's why it's a D on his shirt. I don't have no captains. I don't believe in no captains. I believe in leaders and dogs. Every dog ain't a leader and every leader ain't a dog. But he's both. Travis Hunter texted me, I think it was 6 o'clock Saturday morning. Let's go. Let's go do this, baby. That's the text I get from Travis Hunter first thing in the morning on Saturday morning. Let's go do this, baby. So this kid is born like that. I told him last week, look, man, you're resting. I don't want to see you practicing until Friday, until we get to Fort Worth. Travis was on the field Thursday trying to go both. I said, dude, didn't I just tell you I don't want you practicing? So this week I said, dude, you're out to Wednesday. You're not practicing to Wednesday. You know, we had Sunday. We practiced on Sunday. If you didn't play 60% of the snaps, Monday is off day. We have the scouting report. We practice Tuesday, but I don't want to see him on the field until Wednesday because I understand the toil and what it takes to go to play both ways consistently and mentally and psychologically and physically. I understand that. So I give him a couple of days off because I know what I could count on Saturday. He's going to be there, baby.
So,
I promise
Deion,
you that.
I've been going back and forth this whole show with three great players, great former players, about is Travis a corner or a receiver, corner or receiver? Which side do you fall on?
He's both. Travis gets bored if you just leave him on offense and he does not get to play defense.
Yeah.
If you play him on defense, he don't get to play offense, he's upset. He's not. He's only done this his whole life. You can't take that away from him. That's why I'm thankful and I'm proud that I'm his coach, because I understand.
You understand.
I understand totally, holistically. And guess what? It's a few more Travis Hunters out there watching right now that I'm going to recruit while I have this. Who else going to let you play both ways but Coach Brad? Hey,
I told you.
It ain't hard to find. It ain't hard to find.
I told him, I said, see, a lot of people ain't gonna let you play both ways. Tom knows, Tom wanted to. That's how we got time. We're gonna let you play some receiver. We're gonna let you play receiver. That's how we got him over there. So I totally understand it. Tom.
This kid is Skip, let me tell you something. This kid is a first rounder on both sides of the ball. A first pick. He's key.
Yeah.
First pick. Yeah, that's who he is. Travis is, and he loves the game. He does not tire of loving the game and wanting to be in the game and studying the game and all the intricate details of the game. He and Shedeur could make eye contact and look at each other, and they know what to do.
Yeah.
They have that chemistry. They know what to do because they played together for another year.
So, Deion, how mixed are your emotions about the Heisman Trophy? Because both of them could win it. Maybe both of them would deserve to win it.
It would be good if both of them come. Don't exclude Dylan Edwards now. Don't exclude the little fella.
Yeah.
But just to have a couple guys in the running for it, you know what that does for our program, because we got some playmakers, man. Trust me, those bigs, I hope y'all out there watching, because I just need those big fellas up front. And trust me, I'm going to get real comfortable. If you give me those big fellas up front, I'm going to get real comfortable around here, Skip. And that baby is trying to get some 4 or 5 stars, or just forget the stars, the dog, offensive, defensive lineman, Skip. Oh!
Lord have mercy.
Tom, you got your triplets, man, and Edwards and Hunter and certainly your son Shedeur. But we talked about this and those other kids, those other receivers. We were like, okay, let's see how they hit this big scene. Coach, they showed up. They showed up and played out too.
Xavier Weaver, and you come on, man. Those and Jimmy, those are my Florida boys. Those guys were. Like, you know what we getting from Florida.
Right.
You know what we getting. And they was ready to play. I just told Weave yesterday, I said, I heard what you said when you caught that deep ball at the end of the game on the sideline. I heard you say it to that receiver because they caught it on audio. I said, what did you say? He said, I told him he can't mess with me. I said, did you say mess? Did you say?
So, Deion, what is fair? What is realistic for us to think? We're getting pretty full of ourselves about you, and we're saying, yeah, you can go win the Pac-12. Is that fair to say? Is it fair to think?
I don't want to put a parameter or a limit on the schedule. Skip, we're going to win, man. We're going to win, boss. We told you we coming. Like, we're going to do it. We got a great coaching staff. We got the right players in the right positions, and people think we don't have depth. We do have depth, and the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. Coach, and we know how to push the buttons of the guys that we have in that locker room to get them to go that extra mile.
One last question, Coach. Coach, we always talk about if the right team catch fire early. If they get early wins, the confidence can just skyrocket. How important is that for you? Now that this team has gotten an early win, watching this confidence in this team skyrocket where they know that they are in the hunt for that late run championship that we were talking about.
But one thing that we don't like is confidence. What we need is consistency. We have confidence. We just want to be consistent in the little things that we do. We love the penalty ratio, the big plays that we exuded. We got to stop the run. We're going to be disciplined, more disciplined gap control route, and stop the run and special teams. We got to clean that up. That's just a personnel move. We could do that. But just the consistency of it all and understanding the stage that we're at and understanding the expectation of that every day. And that starts at practice. That don't start in the game. That starts at practice. So the way we practice is going to be the way we perform.
Deion, we love you, man. We appreciate you. We look forward to the next time we speak to you here on Undisputed.
Yeah, we'll be back next week. We'll be back next week. I appreciate
Come on
you.
back next week.
Yeah.
After beating
That's what I
Nebraska,
wanna
we got
hear.
a spot. Come on back. You can just come
All
on
right.
back.
Love you guys.
All
Hey,
right,
Richard,
thank
I
you,
love y'all,
Deion.
man. God bless you.
Hey, we love
Way
you
to
too,
go.
brother.
That's Deion.
too,
Up
bro.
next, we go back to the Los Angeles Lakers. Should they go after Trae Young as reported? What?
Love that. I would love to see Trae in L.A. Oh, my God.